Hi everyone, this is Miss Diana here. Today we'll be showing you how to do a makeup demonstration on how you should wear your makeup for events such as recital, picture day, competitions, etc. This video you can use for any Diana Alexis Dance Academy and events. Just keep in mind that for 2021 events we'll be using mask over our face, but for future events things can change. So this is a full makeup tutorial and you can refer to this video at any time. So first we're going to start out with our eyes. There's a lot of different ways you can do makeup. Some people prefer their foundation first, their face. I prefer the eyes this way. You can clean up underneath and get all the excess area with your foundation. So with me, I'm just going to take my finger and rub it a little bit, close my eye, and then just rub the eye primer on my lid and above the lid because eyeshadow will be going there too. So just make sure you have enough there. And then Lily here, she'll be using the same eye primer as me, so she'll just take a Q-tip and just swab it like this. And then you'll do the same thing, that's good enough, and then you'll do the same thing and just rub that eye primer on your lid and then above too, because eyeshadow will be going on your lid and above. And I'll do it on my left side too. And eye primer is just so that your eyeshadow can stay on longer, lasting longer. Also, before your eyeshadow and eye primer and all of this, you want to make sure your face is hydrated and moisturized. So make sure you wash your face and moisturize. You can do a face primer or a moisturizer to hydrate your face. I use all natural products, so I recommend Burt's Bees or whatever works for you. Moisturize your face first and then start your makeup. But after that, then I would recommend starting with the eyes. Then we are going to move on to the eyeshadow. I recommend any nude palette. So this is my stage makeup. So my all natural products would be my everyday wear. For stage makeup, you would need a little bit heavier. So MAC or anything, any makeup that you prefer. And I'm going to use a nude palette. So Lily has her own nude palette here. You're going to take your eyeshadow brush and start out with a base. So any nude base that works for your skin tone. Yeah, that would be good for yours. And then also, we have all different skin tones, so make sure you find your base color that fits best with your tone. So take a little bit of the base and you close your eye and then we're just gonna rub it on our lids. Yep, just like that. Rub it on our eyelids and just blend it in. Okay, for your base. Good. Okay, so then you're gonna pick a lighter color on your nude palette. And you can use a different eyeshadow brush or the same one, just make sure you wipe it off. To use a new color, you're gonna use a lighter shade on the top of your eyelid. Some people like to go all the way to the brow. Some people like to stop a little bit above the brow. It's totally your preference, what looks good on you. For me, I like to go just a little bit below the brow. Use your lighter color on top. Okay, let's see, good. Yep, good. And then make sure you blend the two in the middle so it doesn't look like just two different colors, one on the bottom, one on the top. Make sure you're blending it in the middle also. And there we go. Okay, so now we're going to take our darkest color, not black, but a darker color for you. Yeah, that would be a good option for you. So I'm gonna take a little bit of brown for me. Same nude palette, just a little bit darker. And now we're going to do kind of like a V on the side of our eye. So hold your eye out like this, and first you'll see that I go out and then in like a V. And of course we're going to blend this, so don't get scared. So just like a V like this. See it? Yeah. Make sure it doesn't go all the way into your eyelid. just kind of in the middle. And then you can start filling the V in on the side, in the corner. All right, make sure it angles out a little bit. And again, there's so many different ways you can do your makeup. This is just how I learned. So the makeup that I'm using is a little bit heavier than the makeup that Lily's using, which is fine. So I would prefer from ages 6 and under, you would go with a more natural look like Lily's doing. The older you get, you would go a little bit more dramatic like I'm doing. You definitely go for a more natural look. And then of course you do your other side once you're ready. Same thing, V, V, just to get that crease. Go in a little bit. Okay, so after the eyeshadow is done, we're just gonna clean it up a little bit. You can use a makeup wipe for under here. I'll give you one too if you want one. You can use a makeup wipe for under your eyes for any excess eyeshadow that you got under your eyes, and just go like this and wipe it off. And then we're gonna move on to our foundation and our face. So you grab your foundation. You have is yours a stick, or how's yours come out? Okay, so I would recommend putting your foundation, makeup artists usually put it on their hand, or you can put it on the paper towel if you need to just dibble it. So you can dip it in your, you can dip your foundation brush. So now you'll get your foundation brush, and again, you can get this anywhere, CVS, Ulta, MAC, your favorite makeup store, and you're just gonna dab your foundation. Okay, and I start out with a line here. And on the other side. And then on my chin, on my nose. Okay, and then on my forehead. Make sure you get under your eyes too. Yep. And just blend until it's nice and smooth. Perfect. Okay, so now you would let your foundation sit a little bit just to let it dry. But the next part would be the concealer. So you take your concealer. Again, I use MAC concealer because it's a little heavier stage makeup, but for my everyday wear, I use Tarte, which is fine. It's all natural products also, so whatever is your preference. So next would be the concealer, and we are going to use a beauty blender for this, your concealer, and then a beauty blender. So if you have, okay, so you have a stick too. So you can, just like we did our foundation, you can use your stick. And my Tarte foundation, my Tarte concealer is a stick also. So what you would do if you have a stick concealer, you would go like this underneath your eye. Yep, like this, like kind of underneath your eye, yep. And then same thing up top. Okay, and then do 3 lines, one kind of angled, one in the middle, and then angle to the side. 1, 2, 3. Yep, kind of like a W. And then the same thing, now you're gonna kind of make an M, down, middle, down. Yep, and then you would blend that, not by rubbing it in, but by patting it. Yeah, in, and blending it too, yeah. And concealer is just definitely to highlight up top, underneath your eyelids and forehead. And also you can put a little bit on your nose if you like, and then the chin also. So with mine, it's a little different. I'm going to do the same thing. You can either put it on your hand, or you can use a napkin. I'll put it on my hand, or you can use a napkin. And then with a beauty blender, you can just dab it on and then make the same lines as Lily did. A line here. Doesn't have to be perfectly even because we're gonna blend it all in. A line here. Lines here. A little bit on your nose. 3 lines there. And again, I'm doing a more dramatic look for the older girls. Lily is doing a more natural look, but you can still use the same products. Now, if your age is 3 to 5, you can skip the foundation, you can skip the concealer, and you can just put a little bit of powder on your face, which we'll get to that step. Okie dokie, good. All right, so now we will move on to the eyelashes. We're going to let our foundation and concealer set a little bit. We're going to put on our eyelashes. Since I already have eyelash extensions, you can either, if you have those too, you can either put eyelashes on top of your eyelash extensions to give it an even more dramatic look, or you can use eyelash extensions to put them on your eyes. Now I'm going to put them on Lily since she doesn't have nothing and I already have a little something. For ages 10 and under, you do not need eyelashes. It's more for when you're older. Definitely competitions, you would need eyelashes when we do competitions. But this is definitely not for the younger ones. This is for a more dramatic look for the older ones. I like a natural look, nothing too heavy, just something feathery and natural eyelash, which you can get at your pharmacy, Ulta, anything. They come in packs like this. You can reuse these eyelashes up to, I would say, 2 or 3 times, and then you would need to switch them out. So make sure when you take off the eyelashes too, you take off that excess glue, you put them back in the case so they're ready for use for next time. So I will show you how to put on the eyelashes. Okay, so there are 2 type of eyelash glues that I have here. Duo works best for me, and that's what I'm going to use on Lily. I like the black glue because the eyelashes are black, and we're going to use a liquid eyeliner over the mascara so it blends in a little bit better. There's also Lash Grip, which you can buy at your pharmacy or Ulta. It's a white glue you can use also. Just whatever works for you and whatever your preference is. So eyelashes, you can definitely put these on yourself. It's going to take some time, but you can definitely learn to put these on yourself, but I will show you how to put them on in case any dance mom or dance dad wants to put their eyelashes on their dancer. So now these eyelashes are a little bit wide, and her eyes, can you close your eyes? I'm going to measure the eyelash on her eye to see if I need to cut it to fit her eye. My eyelids are super duper small, so I would need to measure mine and cut the eyelash to fit her lashes. But let's see how this would look on her. The shorter side of the eyelashes go in the middle, and then the longer it gets, it goes on the outside. So you're just gonna measure first. See, she might need the whole lash because her eyes are a little bit wider, which is fine. So we don't need to cut it. But for someone like me, if your eyes are a little bit smaller, you would measure it and then you would cut the tip off, not the inside, the tip off with just a regular pair of scissors. And then you would apply the eyelashes on that way. So eyelashes, and this is how you would put them on too, Lily. You would need to measure if you if you needed to cut them. So you're going to apply a little bit of the eyelash glue and make sure the sticky adhesive part is off too. That comes with the box. You can peel that. You're going to apply the Duo lash glue onto the rim or the very end of the eyelash. Make sure you get any excess off first, and then very, very, very thin line on the eyelash. make sure it's on the whole eyelash. Then, since these are very new eyelashes, I'm going to curve them a little bit just to give them a shape for her eye because you don't want them to be so stiff. And then make sure you have a makeup wipe handy so you can just wipe off any excess glue you have on your hands, or else your hands will get really sticky. Okay, you can blow it a little bit to dry. And then remember, the short side goes in on the inside of your eye. So she's gonna close her eyes. I like to close the eyes. Some people like to look up. I prefer closed eyes. Then you're going to glue the eyelash a little bit above her eyelashes and make sure it's as close to your eyelash as you can get, but not totally on top of the eyelash because you don't want to glue her eyes shut. That would be terrible. And you can't see your dance or see your friends or family when they're watching you. Keep your eyes closed. So now I would take a tweezer, or sometimes a little eyelash clamper would come with your eyelashes. Mine didn't. So I'm gonna take a tweezer and I'm going to use the back of it and just press down just so it sticks. So it sticks on. And then I can move it, shift it down if I need to a little bit. And just kind of press it into her eye. And then make sure it stays on. There you go. Close as you can to her eyelashes so you can get that natural look. Okay, she's gonna leave it closed for a little bit. If you have a fan, that would be good, like a little small fan to just dry it really quick, but we're just gonna set it here. You can keep your eyes closed while I do the other lash. Same thing, peel it off the container that it came in. Take your lash glue, take off the sticky if it's too much. This one's fine. Yes, that's better. You wanna get it as close as you can. Okay. That works for me. So it just gives a little bit more dramatic look. They're very natural. They're not really dramatic eyelashes. They're very fluffy and natural looking. Okay, good. So now we're going to move on to the eyeliner on top of your eyelashes. Okay, so our liquid eyeliner, you can do this one. And you would just start from the corner, and you can do these on top of your eyelashes, the corner of your eye all the way. You're not gonna draw a thick line, you're gonna draw very thin, as close as you can. Hold your eye out here, start in the middle, and then go all the way down. Now I like to do a little wing on this side to make it pop out, not a huge wing. A wing is when your mascara, or excuse me, your eyeliner comes just a little bit out to the corner like this. So this is your wing. Okay, you try that. Let's see. Does it need a, there we go. All right. I prefer liquid eyeliner because it's a little bit heavier and it pops out more. Whatever, you know, works for you. Again, this is Tarte. Lily has her own. Whatever works for you, you can use. And you just make sure it's above your eyelid. Good. So after the eyeliner, this is totally optional. I'm not going to have Lily do it, but I would recommend the older girls put a little bit of eyeliner underneath the eye. And for this one, I use a pencil just because I prefer the pencil underneath my eye. It's totally up to you. You can still use the liquid if you'd like. I just go from the side or underneath all the way out to in. And here, and out to in here. So now we're going to do the mascara. Since I have my eyelash extensions in, Lily will put on mascara on top of her false eyelashes. And you know how to put mascara on. Yep, on top, yep. You can do it on top just like your regular lash. And then you could even go up also. You can do both. You can go up top. Yeah, there you go. Just to make it pop a little bit. Perfect. Yep, just to make it pop a little bit. So the next thing we're going to finish off, we're almost finished. We're going to put our powder brush on over our face now. So you'll need a big brush like this. Again, this is MAC Studio Fix for heavier stage makeup, but you can use whatever powder you'd like. So just dip your powder in. There we go. It's new. Okay, perfect. So dip your powder brush in. Now while Lily is putting on her powder, I'm going to show you how to use a little bit of highlighter. This is optional, again, preferably for the older girls who will do competition, even in recital. Just a little highlighter to make your face pop just a little bit. Again, my highlighter is from MAC because it's stage makeup. This is not everyday makeup. You do not want to use MAC makeup every day for your face. This is just for special occasions and for events. So with the highlighter, you're not going to want to use a lot. You'll just go up your cheekbone like this, up your cheekbone, a little bit on your nose. So just up, here, a little bit, up, here. And of course we blend it in with your highlighter brush. This gives a little bit more sparkle and pizzazz on your nose, too, on your chin a little bit. And this is what it does, highlights your face. And you can even blend it in a little bit with your powder brush. Make sure it goes up all the way through here. This is a little bit more dramatic look for the older girls. So after that, now we're going to put on our blush. So with a blush of your choice, she has a pink and I'm going to use pink too. This also depends on your skin tone. You can, use whatever brand you like. I'm using MAC again. Lily is using her own, but again, whatever you prefer. You're going to take your blush brush. Yep, and scoop it in. Just give your cheeks a little rosy color. And just go up your cheekbones here. Also, while Lily is finishing up her blush, it depends on you. Also for the older girls, you can color in your eyebrows if you'd like. Sometimes I use eyeshadow, or there's a lot of different and good eyebrow pencils up there. It's totally up to you if you want to do that. Again, I use a light eyeshadow sometimes to just give myself just darker eyebrows so they can pop. And then I just go like this and just shade them in just a little bit. Doesn't have to be too much, but there are definitely tons of eyebrow pencils and eyebrow kits out there. But I just keep it really simple for myself and touch up my eyebrows like that just to give them a little bit more pop. And again, that's optional, but recommended for the older ones. Okay, now we are all done. So with our face, we're going to do our lips and then our finishing spray. So we have a couple of different lipsticks that I would recommend and prefer using when we get to dance without our mask. But for picture day, you'll definitely will be able to show off your lips. For competition teams and for specific dances, we'll be using Stila. The name of the lipstick is called Beso. It really is a bright red that just pops out, and depending on the dance, this is the lipstick that you'll need. I also like Diva from MAC. It's a little bit heavier, darker maroon color for the older girls more specifically. But if you are ages 6 and under, you will use a light pink of your choice. That can be different for anybody. I use Twig from MAC. It's a light pink like this. and then just a little bit of gloss to go on top, just to give it a little bit shimmer. So you can also prime your lips too using your moisturizer, a chapstick, whatever you'd like. You don't have to, but just to stay on. The beso will definitely stay on all day. So a little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a lot. So this is Lily's. I'm going to give this to her, and it's a stick. So you just apply the bottom and then the top, and then I will demonstrate the older girls with the Diva. You can also use a lip liner pencil too to hold it for a longer time, so you won't have to keep on reapplying your lipstick for the day, especially for this one. But since I don't have the lip liner, we're just going to apply the lipstick. So you open up a little bit, start at the bottom. Make sure it doesn't get under your lips. And then up top, just outlining your lips. Remember, a little bit goes a long way. And then you're gonna smudge together. Yeah, that one, a little bit definitely goes a long way for that one. Yep, and just have your makeup wipes handy, just in case. So Diva is a little bit more maroon color, burgundy color. And then Lily is using the beso. For picture day, you would be using the beso, unless I inform you otherwise that you would need the Diva. Probably for ages 15 and up, you would need Diva. For 9 to 12-year-olds, you would need Beso Stella. Yep. So definitely pat it down. Okay. Good. Okay, good. Another thing I just noticed that is optional, you can definitely put mascara underneath your eyelashes at the bottom if you'd like. This is optional. I'll show you really quick how to do that. Just open and go back and forward on the little guys under here and here and here. Okay, just to make your eyes pop a little bit. Again, that's optional and recommended for the older girls. So now you have your makeup on and you're ready to go, you're ready to dance. You'll need finishing spray, so this can hold for the whole day. So again, I have MAC finishing spray, but you can use any one you like. You close your eyes and you'd spray a couple times. Let's see if this is open. Oh, here we go, okay. Maybe like 2 or 3 sprays. It's gonna feel wet a little bit, but do not touch your face. It'll just dry. And then I'm going to spray Lily. Close your eyes. And then just a little bit at the bottom. And then it'll dry. And there you have your makeup for picture day, recital, competitions, or any dance events.